The sentiment index is stuck at 50 points, and the exchange continues to experience net outflows. Can Bitcoin reach 120,000 again after the market shakeout? From gold to land, Tether's strategic layout revealed. CEO clarifies. Not a single Bitcoin was sold. For years after Bitcoin was legalized, what consequences does El Salvador, the first country to adopt the new technology, face? Trump gave the green light for Bitcoin to soar, so why is Dogecoin still dozing at 21 cents? Venezuela's currency devaluation hits the middle class. USDT becomes a lifeline.
Monday, September 8th, BitcoinTV Chinese channel. Where is the coin chain? I'm Michael/Dongdong. Let's first look at the 24-hour cryptocurrency market headlines. According to the Fear and Greed Index, market sentiment is currently stuck at 50 points, indicating a neutral state. Since overheating in mid-August, sentiment has gradually cooled, stabilizing in the 40 to 60 range. This indicates that people have entered a more rational trading phase, neither greed nor panic. Historically, the ebb of greed is often followed by a market cleanse, a common and healthy part of a bull market. Bitcoin has fallen from a high of $120,000 to around $110,000, a modest decline. Capital inflows and on-chain buying remain stable, so the overall sentiment remains optimistic. The short-term risk lies in leverage. If the $110,000 mark is breached, panic could escalate rapidly. However, in the medium to long term, this wave of consolidation and sentiment recovery is actually accumulating momentum. Bitcoin could consolidate and then reach $120,000 at any time. Since the start of September, Bitcoin has been moving out, with daily net outflows from exchanges, with coins being withdrawn and deposited into cold wallets, a clear sign of long-term holding. The price has also rebounded somewhat, from $108,000 to its current $111,000. Experience tells us that inflows into exchanges signal a market crash, while outflows signal stockpiling. The late August pullback was largely driven by option settlements and overheated sentiment. However, in September, despite a cooling in sentiment, institutions and spot ETFs have quietly increased their holdings. The Fear and Greed Index has been fluctuating between 40 and 60, indicating a relatively rational market sentiment. Be mindful of potential short-term disruptions from deleveraging, but as long as the net outflow trend persists, Bitcoin is expected to stabilize at $110,000 before pushing towards $115,000 or even $120,000. The market is currently experiencing a period of cooling sentiment and hoarding, quietly preparing for a major move. Today, the total locked amount of DeFi TVL, it reached $152.9 billion. While slightly down from its previous high, it remains stable overall. Compared to its low in March 2025, it's steadily climbing. Aave remains the leader, with $40 billion locked and a 7.25% increase in a month. Lido maintains its position as a liquidity tap with $37.2 billion. EigenLayer experienced a slight pullback with $18.7 billion locked, down -1.77%, but still maintains its leading position. Binance staked 14.1 billion ETH and Ethena $12.9 billion, both surging nearly 30% in a single month, demonstrating the market's preference for synthetic assets and yield protocols. Pendle is the true star, with a 46.84% increase in a month, fueling a surge in capital. Looking at the broader market, stablecoins have a market capitalization of $286.5 billion, and DEX daily trading volume is $9.1 billion, demonstrating robust demand for on-chain transactions. To sum up, short-term sentiment is a bit cold, but funds are still hot enough, and the DeFi sector is still giving the market a liquidity booster. Please like and follow us for the latest developments in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and mining circles within the past 24 hours. Click the bell to join our channel and become a member. You'll receive your membership code Monday through Friday. At the 2025 Bitcoin Conference, Tether CEO Paulo Arduano, standing in front of a background image of Wukong, declared, "Bitcoin is my Wukong, our friend." While this statement sounded both passionate and childish, it was also interpreted as a reflection of Tether's strategy. However, rumors quickly spread Tether was secretly dumping Bitcoin. The source of this information was YouTuber Clive Thompson, who cited BDO's quarterly financial statements, claiming that Tether's holdings had dropped from 92,650 in the first quarter to 83,274. Some people exclaimed, "Wow, they sold almost 10,000. Was this true?" The cryptocurrency community was immediately in an uproar.
Tether CEO Paul Arduino explicitly stated in a tweet that Tether has not sold any Bitcoin. He pointed out that reports that Tether was selling BTC to purchase gold were completely false. The truth is that Tether allocated some of its Bitcoin to Project XXI, while continuing to invest its profits in safe assets such as Bitcoin, gold, and land. According to the latest data, Tether currently holds over 100,521 Bitcoins, with a total value of approximately $1.12 billion at current prices, demonstrating its long-term bullish stance.
Last year, we made 13 billion profits. We keep 120 billion plus in US treasuries as of now. We committed to reinvest a lot into Bitcoin. We are going to see it in a little bit, but we have now more than 100,000 Bitcoin that we own as a company.
Tether is under constant scrutiny. Everyone wants to know, is its financial strength sufficient? Are there any fraudulent activities in its ledgers? To prove its credibility, Tether is using its profits to buy scarce commodities like Bitcoin, while also increasing its holdings in hard currencies like gold. Remember, USDT is the world's largest stablecoin, with over $100 billion in circulation. Its actions are a true market indicator. While Tether claims it will not sell Bitcoin and will continue to hoard, it is also actively engaging in physical assets like gold. The question is, will investors buy into this? Some see it as a more stable currency, while others worry about a lack of transparency. Over the next few months, these moves will reveal the market's confidence in the company. El Salvador has been quite a buzz lately. One side is talking about splitting Bitcoin from one large address into 14 smaller ones, citing concerns about the potential disruption of quantum computing. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin office is constantly posting updates on social media about Bitcoin purchases, appearing to be both busy and wealthy. However, the IMF's July report contradicts this, stating that since signing a $1.4 billion loan agreement in December 2024, no new holdings have been added. This contradictory tone creates a seemingly contradictory performance, leaving outsiders baffled. Some speculate that the funds used to purchase Bitcoin may not be public funds at all, but rather were channeled through other channels. Regardless, El Salvador has recognized Bitcoin as legal tender for 4 years. As the first country to adopt the new currency, is it enjoying the experience or is it struggling? It's certainly worth watching.
Hoa Kỳ SEC và CFTC tuyên bố chung nêu rõ rằng các sàn giao dịch hợp pháp có thể cung cấp các sản phẩm tiền điện tử giao ngay. Luật không cấm các sàn giao dịch chứng khoán quốc gia đã đăng ký với SEC, các thị trường hợp đồng được chỉ định đã đăng ký với CFTC, hoặc các sàn giao dịch nước ngoài được CFTC chấp thuận niêm yết các sản phẩm tiền điện tử giao ngay. Các cơ quan quản lý nhấn mạnh rằng các sàn giao dịch có thể nộp đề xuất lên SEC hoặc CFTC, và đề xuất này sẽ được xem xét kỹ lưỡng, bao gồm các vấn đề về lưu ký, thanh toán bù trừ và bảo vệ nhà đầu tư.
¿Ustedes toman Bitcoin? No, no solamente efectivo. All right, just cash. ¿Toman Bitcoin? No. No, okay. ¿Toman Bitcoin? No, okay. Bitcoin? No, tampoco. So we're in Surf City. This is one of the major draws for tourists in this area. So far, every single store that we've asked, no one's accepting Bitcoin.
El Salvador has been embroiled in a Bitcoin investment for several years. While the investment has yielded some profits, it has also been plagued by numerous setbacks. Despite the government's constant rhetoric, citizens and businesses remain unconvinced. Bitcoin's price fluctuates wildly, unlike the stability of the US dollar. Bitcoin ATMs frequently malfunction, and Chivo Wallet is even more problematic, crashing on a whim and being targeted by hackers. The original goal was to allow overseas workers to use Bitcoin to save on remittance fees. However, in the first 8 months of 2024, only 1.1% of remittances were made via cryptocurrency, essentially making the effort a waste of time. After 4 years of turmoil, the world is pondering, how can cryptocurrency truly be integrated into the financial system rather than remaining stuck in the seemingly unrealistic ideal of full of promise, bleak reality?
A 5% discount cannot stop a 23% increase. Will Ukrainian retail investors buy into it or run away? Global crypto trading volume surges, India wins for 3 consecutive years, and a dark horse emerges in the Asia-Pacific region.
Trump's presidency gave cryptocurrencies an unwavering green light, prompting businesses to hoard Bitcoin, sending it soaring to new highs. Solana, BNB, and XRP also saw a surge in popularity. However, Dogecoin has fallen behind, remaining stuck at $0.21. Remarkably, it reached $0.74 in 2021, placing it among the top 5 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. Its market capitalization has now shrunk by more than half, with active users and transaction volume nearly halving from its peak. Even more heartbreaking, funds are pouring into Bitcoin and Ethereum, with even newcomers like Pepe and Shib siphoning off traffic. Elon Musk hasn't had time to call out trades this time. He's busy with X and Rocket, leaving Dogecoin fans sighing in despair.
And the most ironic outcome for currency would be that the thing that was made as a joke to make fun of cryptocurrencies, most ironic outcome would become that it becomes the global currency.
Despite Doge's sluggish performance, the market hasn't given up. HKEX shares and Osprey funds have applied for spot ETFs under the Investment Company Act of 1940. Polymarket predicts a 93% probability of approval in 2025. According to Invest, this new process could shorten the review process. If successful, retail and institutional investors can invest in Doge through compliant products, potentially increasing liquidity and exposure.
The founder of Ambient Finance isn't at all excited about the Dogecoin ETF. In his words, an ETF can certainly grab headlines and attract some capital, but at its core, it's more of a self-deprecating joke for the financial market. As for whether it will rise, perhaps, but its long-term value, that's harder to say. Dogecoin's significant lag in the 2024 to 2025 bull market demonstrates the fragility of the meme economy. Even with new tricks like ETFS and ZKP upgrades, it's still unclear whether this old meme dog can recover. Remember, high volatility and unlimited issuance aren't easily mitigated by slogans. Will meme coins truly be both fun and useful in the future? We can only wait and see. Many countries, recently plagued by inflation, have turned to cryptocurrency as a lifeline. Argentina is a prime example. With inflation soaring over 200%, the peso nearly worthless, prompting citizens to rush into Bitcoin and USDT. Nigeria is even more dramatic. With the naira worthless and a shortage of foreign exchange, Nigeria relies entirely on cryptocurrency for transfers and purchases, forcing it to become Africa's leading cryptocurrency exchange. Turkey is similarly vulnerable, with its currency unreliable, forcing citizens to seek alternatives. Now, Venezuela has also jumped on the bandwagon, joining the ranks of those using cryptocurrency to hedge against inflation.
Unfortunately, it is worse than it sounds, and it sounds pretty bad. So if that sounds confusing, it is, because that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to have a major devaluation of the currency, take away all the savings of the middle class.
据报道，委内瑞拉年通胀率高达229%，经济陷入危机。USDT 等稳定币已取代玻利瓦尔，成为数百万民众的世事货币，当地称其为币安美元。在2025年全球加密使用排名中，委内瑞拉位列第18，若按人口计算，则升至第9。2024年1万美元以下的加密交易中，近半为稳定币，全年使用量同比增长1倍以上。
The Venezuelan bolivar is in dire straits, inflated by hyperinflation like a bubble, vanishing at a moment's notice. Coupled with relentless capital controls and chaotic exchange rates, the economy has long been in turmoil. Consequently, both citizens and businesses have abandoned the currency and switched directly to USDT, which locals call the Binance dollar. They rely on it for everything from shopping to getting paid, and stablecoins have become a fixture of everyday life. Even more dramatic, even supposedly rule-abiding banks are resorting to sleight of hand, accepting bolivars and secretly converting them into USDT to sell to businesses, all to circumvent US sanctions. Who could have imagined that this would completely derail the national currency? The government is grappling with its own problems. How can it regulate the economy if everyone uses the currency? Add to that the anonymity inherent in cryptocurrency transactions, and the economic chaos is likely to intensify.
The central parity rate of the RMB against the US dollar rose by 35 points from the previous day to 7.1029, appreciating to the highest level since November 6, 2024, which can be regarded as a shot in the arm for the market. Metaplanet has made another move, this time adding 136 bitcoins, bringing its total holdings to 20,136. This gradual purchase is a stab at establishing itself as a big player in the enterprise space. Last night at 10:35 p.m., a lone Bitcoin miner defied the entire network and successfully mined block 913593. The system immediately awarded him 3.147 bitcoins, equivalent to 350,000 US dollars, making him a true lucky fish in the mining world. OpenAI has already supported AI-generated animated feature films. Companies say the OpenAI-powered animated film, Critters, is expected to premiere next year and is planned for a global release. Ripple CTO David Schwartz changed his profile picture to Nick's NFT, and the price of the currency instantly soared, with HKEX directly increasing by 40%.
Okay, that's the main content of today's program. Our channel focuses on valuable news in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and mining circles, including news information and in-depth special reports. If you think our channel is valuable, you are welcome to forward and follow us. You can also become our member and receive the member wealth code from Monday to Friday. Let's get rich together and add a zero to our assets in the bull market. See you tomorrow.